And welcome to the inaugural edition of Bayou Geeks. I'm your co-host, Bobby Behar. To me is...
Jason Elliott. How you guys doing out there in YouTube land and internet land?
So, we're going to start doing a vidcast. We're going to be covering comics, movies, action figures, video games, maybe music if something good drops.
Maybe even pro wrestling. Yeah, drink it in, man.
Sports will be covered. Okay, so first off, we are going to jump into movie trailers. This past week we saw 3 big ones drop. John Wick Chapter 2.
Mr. Wick, do enjoy your party.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers film.
It's happening!
And Iron Fist.
It's time.
A child touched by fire, destined to be our greatest warrior. You are a living weapon.
This is my purpose.
So those are the 3 trailers. Jason, what you think?
You know what? Let's go with Power Rangers. This is one I saw first, and I'll say this: I'm a huge, I'm a huge Power Rangers. I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. Have been. I started as a closet fan when I was in the 7th and 8th grade. Then I just kind of figured, you know what? I like this stuff, so I'm not gonna, hide it any longer. I kind of figured, it was gonna be different. Of course, and after reading Max Landis' excellent script, if you can find it, if you can get with him on Twitter, please do, because he'll probably send you a link. But I thought it was good. A little short on Ranger action, and I kind of figured it'd probably be that way since the effects are probably not done. But I do like what they're doing with the suits and the fact that they seem a little more organic and extensions of the power coins. And it seems like they have powers, even when they're not morphed.
Yeah, I got that idea, that impression when they jump and can break things when they're not in their suit. We saw a glimpse of the suit. We saw a glimpse when it was morphing onto them, which, does give title to morphin. I liked it. I thought it's a little darker than what we might be used to. I was a Power Rangers fan in junior high and didn't hide it. And actually I didn't get made fun of it, which was cool. I know, right? But yeah, I like the approach of it. I like that they're going a little darker, and they're not the cookie cutter heroes. They are slightly damaged, and we do like our heroes a little on the damaged side. Second trailer, Iron Fist, with Danny Rand coming into the Netflix Marvel Universe.
Yes. I mean, pretty much I've been waiting for this, and with Marvel just expanding, in the TV, this was ripe for interpretation. It's too bad we didn't get the Ray Park live action movie from years back, but hey, you know what? Finn Jones looks like he's gonna just make an awesome Danny Rand. The choreography is pretty awesome. I mean, it's just... I'm
hoping they use the same choreographer from Daredevil, because those fight scenes are...
very brutal.
Legit. I like the special effects of the Iron Fist hand.
Yeah,
it glows. I like that.
X-ray, you can see his bones.
Yeah, I like that. All right, quick question. Have you finished Luke Cage?
I have.
Okay, I'm still midway through it. I'm loving it.
Chop two, chop chop.
I know. With Iron Fist, what are you hoping to see?
I'm hoping that we see the origins of Kunlun. I'm hoping that we do get a glimpse of him, at least, him talking about Luke Cage. Maybe he bumps into him, or maybe Cage makes an appearance. I don't know. I mean, I'm just hoping for some really, great character work, great action. I know maybe Misty Knight could appear. I mean, you know, Claire Temple's going to appear.
They cast Colleen
Wing, yeah. Jessica Henwick is playing Colleen Wing. So, I mean, she looked awesome in that trailer with that kendo stick just whacking the shit out of people.
I'm hoping for, Shang-Chi?
It was announced.
Was it announced?
Yes,
Perfect.
it was. It was announced. And which kind of surprises me because, you know, Shang-Chi kind of came out during that time too when all, you know, the martial arts movies were imported, you know, from, you know, China, Korea.
Everyone was kung fu fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, you know, in, you know, the black community. They loved, you know, those movies. So, you know, Shang-Chi, you know, you got Danny Rand and you got, you know, Luke Cage. I mean, it's basically almost like a throwback to that era.
Yeah.
You know, that 70s era. So, I mean, I'm interested to see what they do with Shang-Chi. He's not a character that's always been, like, at the forefront of things. You know, he's more like that C-list character.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I have no doubt that they will, you know, do him justice.
Marvel has a good way of making a C-list character an A-list movie star. Also, we saw pictures of the Defenders together. They've started filming on that.
Yes.
Iron Fist comes out in March, in time for my birthday. We get the Defenders in the summer, and then in November we get the Punisher, which looks insane, and they've cast Micro.
Now, I've heard that it was supposed to come out 2018.
I think they pushed it up. They're going to have all three in 1 year.
Okay.
And Sigourney Weaver is the bad guy
Yes.
in the Defenders, which I want
Yes.
to see who she's playing.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, ever since, I guess, you know, since the Alien movie, Alien 5, or however you want to say, Alien 3.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
ever since, you know, that was pushed back, looks like, you know, she has some free time on her hands.
And that's what I was going to say. we reap the rewards. Okay, so, and then what else we saw? What else did we see? We saw.
Oh, the John Wick.
John Wick, Chapter 2. Keanu Reeves kicking ass once again. That was the semi-retired, not retired hitman kicking ass, and I love John Wick 1. John Wick 2, we get Lawrence Fishburne added into it, which
Little Matrix reunion there. You know what? I'm looking forward to it. It seems like he's got a new dog. And,
don't touch this one.
Yeah, and the action here has been ramped up. I mean, it's like, you know, with the Matrix, you know, you had, you know, a few little classic battles, but then Matrix Revolutions and then Reloaded, you know, boom, you know, they up the ante. So it looks like they're doing the same thing here. And you get to see Lance Reddick back, you know, and then, you know, Ian McShane.
Ian McShane is in it.
And so we're just trying to, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be a bad guy this time, or, you know, it kind of looked like he was, you know, telling him, hey, you don't know what's coming, and looked like, you know, he could have been behind it, or kind of been threatening him, or he knew something that John didn't. I mean,
Ian McShane's always a good bad guy. Let's be real here. He just has that attitude about him.
If you've seen him in, you know, Deadwood and Ray Donovan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, he makes an excellent bad guy. And also, he's a fan of Family Guy.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Yeah, he loves Family Guy.
Makes sense. Okay, so those are the trailers. Those are the movies. Next, comics. Jason, what were your three takeaways from last week, this month?
You know, I really loved Luke Cage, and you know, it seems like we just can't get off Luke Cage and Marvel. But yeah, you know, Jendy Tartakovsky, you know, is doing that book. He had a hand in the art.
Finally, a decade later.
Yeah, I mean, he comes to comics, but you know, I really like the book. It's very kind of tongue in cheek. You know, like, you know, kind of. Very it takes him back to the 70s, and so, you know, he's still, you know, in the yellow shirt and the tiara and the blue pants and everything, and it's almost like he's Spider-Man kind of, because he's facing you know, a huge you know, all of his rogues gallery, they're coming for him.
Oh, really?
So, you know, Black Mariah and you know, Diamondback and Mr. Fish, you know, they're coming for him. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, actually, I didn't see Cottonmouth. I didn't see him.
Really?
But, I did see Mace, who has the mace for the hand since you got it cut off.
Oh.
And it's a very good book. I'm eager to see where it goes. I mean, I would have really loved for this to have been an animated series, but hey, you know, we can't always get what we want. But,
True.
you know, I think that this is a very, very good series. It has, just this kinetic art and has every sensibility of Jimmy Tartovsky. If you watch Samurai Jack, which I hear is coming back, and
Finally.
if you saw the Clone Wars, not the one that's on Cartoon Network, but the one that was kind of like in what I guess 10-minute increments.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've seen that series, then
this
series will be for you.
I think I'm torn. I loved He-Man and Thundercats. I thought they did a great job with that story. Flintstones has been actually pretty legit.
Really?
Yeah. Flintstones, it's a great mirror on society. But the series I've been loving from issue 1, I think they're on issue 5, issue 6 now, is Aftershock's Rough Riders. Aftershock has been doing some really good books lately. Rough Riders and The Fix are actually my 2 favorite books right now. And actually, those are the 2 that I actually look forward to when they come out, which is kind of rare now for a lot of comics. But Rough Riders and The Fix are 2 of the best books out there right now.
Another one was, of course, Walking Dead. They're in a war right now with, can't remember who they're in, kind of came in on the story, but it looks like Negan and Rick are working together.
Yeah, I'm reading the trades, so I'm maybe 5 issues behind you. But Rick's group is fighting the Whisperers, who are humans and who wear zombie skin.
Yeah.
I really can't wait to see that play out on the TV show, which comes out later this month.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if they'll actually have Rick and Negan working together eventually. I mean, are they going to go that way?
They've hinted at that, and I'm really curious to see if that's actually going to happen, because Rick and Negan are
mortal enemies.
mortal enemies, but it's 2 sides of the same coin. Really, I mean, when you look at any hero and their main villain, it's always there's something in common. And Negan and Rick both wanted to protect their people. Negan was just a sadistic psycho, and Rick is trying to be a good person, even when he fails. TV time. Yay! Last week we saw the CW come back. CW has a really nice lineup. It's Supergirl, Flash, Green Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. I watched
2 of them.
Two of them come out. Supergirl premiered on Monday, and Legends starts up.
Legends starts up, I believe, this week.
Is it late?
Yeah, this week.
Okay.
Only other rule of Superhero Fight Club: never ask for more Fight Club.
Oh, God, monkey!
Bad monkey.
See, the ones that made their debuts, their season debuts, well, they were Arrow and Flash. And first, let's start with Flash, because they're doing the Flashpoint.
So, what should we call this brave new world that you've whipped up for us? I was thinking Flashpoint.
They're doing Flashpoint, and we both actually watched Flash. I liked it. I wish they would have stayed in that universe just a bit more. See what happened, maybe with Arrow and that universe, which I think we do still see that coming up, but it's not what I wanted to see. I mean, I wanted to see a lot more, which we've kind of played with that. They played with that before with Earth 2, where
we see the inverses of certain characters.
Yeah, and Green Arrow's dad was the Green Arrow, and Oliver died on the ship. So that was a little bit of a playing on that, but...
And of course, especially with Legends of Tomorrow, we're seeing, certain characters.
Right.
Maybe seeing them older or younger, or maybe even, evil or good.
We saw the future, we saw the Dark Knight Returns version of Green Arrow, where he had lost his arm, he had the goatee, which was awesome. I wanted more of the Cisco Ramon from Flashpoint. I like that. Cocky, rich...
Because he's not the most confident guy.
He's not. I like the fact that, he finally had... and Ariel Crabell guest starred as his girlfriend, and she's just an absolute
She's
gem.
gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. And I'm like, oh my god, I want more of her in there. So okay, so Flash, I liked it. I want to see more, but Flashpoint isn't over. They said there's gonna be about 4 episodes devoted to Flashpoint and the ramifications. So we'll see how that plays out. What did you think?
You know, at first, I kind of thought it was disappointing. I mean, because, you know, like we agreed on, I mean, I want to see, you know, more of this world.
Yeah.
And it seems like at the end of this episode, they just, you know, they take him back to the point where his mother dies, you know.
Right.
First Flash kills his mother. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to see it, but it just seemed like the stakes, you know, were so high that they had to kind of rush to that resolution. Because, you know, Barry was losing his powers, he was forgetting things.
And that was the other thing, is like they could have dragged that out for another episode. Or for another episode.
3 episodes, you know, where he starts to lose.
Yeah, like the first one could have been like, oh, and then at the end of episode 1, oh, something happens where, like, you know, he loses a memory. They could have easily dragged that out, but I mean, Greg Berlanti and his team haven't messed up yet with Flash. Arrow last season, I still haven't finished it, but I trust him on the Flash.
Oh yeah, I mean, Flash. I think Flash is probably the best show that the CW verse has going right now. I mean, it's light, it's fun. You know, it gets dark when it needs to be.
All right, so what were your thoughts on Arrow?
My thoughts on Arrow. I actually like seeing Oliver, you know, trying to balance that duality, you know, superhero and mayor. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the flashbacks are always probably the best part of that show.
That's true.
When he, you know, is back in Russia and, you know...
oh, that's right, the flashbacks.
Yeah, and Anatoly, like, rescues him and, you know, he says, oh, hey, wait a minute. He's like, what are you doing? And, you know, he's bound. Mm-hmm. And then he dislocates his thumbs to get him out and he puts him back in. I'm like... wow, I'm like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty cool. Now, I'm not going to try it. But
that's next episode.
Yeah.
Jason breaks his thumb to get out of a handcuff.
Yeah. But I actually did like it. I mean, I guess I'm drawn more to the darker things, you know. Even though I do tend to go with Flash more. I mean, I do like Arrow. You know, but just like, you know, don't really go too dark because basically Arrow is kind of filling that void for Batman because we're probably never, ever going to see a Batman series or Batman even make an appearance.
You know what? We said the same thing about Superman, though, and look at Supergirl. They're bringing on...
I think Gotham or something. Well,
you have Gotham, but Superman is coming on to Supergirl.
Yeah, but the thing is...
Wait,
I mean,
that sounds phrasing.
Yeah.
Superman will appear on Supergirl. There we go.
But, I mean, the thing is... you know, they've referenced, you know, Bloodhaven, you know, and, you know, we never saw Nightwing. The only time you really saw Batman was really on that old Birds of Prey show.
Yeah, and even
in 2002.
Yeah.
And you only saw him, you know, from, like, with the back or just, you know,
running.
and stuff like that. So the thing is, I mean, it would be nice, you know, even if, you know, he appears, you know, just, you know, you gotta have Batman.
And they have referenced him on Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the pilot. So there was that. Are you watching Gotham and Lucifer?
Gotham a little bit. I know they've started it to where, you know, the monsters, you know, have, you know, been loose. You know, last, you know, season finale, you know, the monsters got loose, and they're supposed to be
Gotham.
doppelganger of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. we're in Gotham, and I love how Gotham titles their seasons. It's Gotham City, Mad City. It's Mad City.
Okay.
And we got introduced to the Mad Hatter, to Alice, to younger Killer Croc, older Poison Ivy. I love the show. I think the first season was rough, and this season is better than last, which is saying something. My one pause is that everyone is in their mid to late 20s, and Bruce is 14.
Yeah, about 13, 14.
13, 14. So by the time he's 25, they'll all be
older.
40, and you'll feel bad about a 40-year-old being punched in the gut with a steel toad.
Yeah.
Food.
But at least Catwoman is the same
will be
age.
the same age.
And I think Poison Ivy should have been the same age too.
She was, and they aged her.
Yeah, so but she hasn't been aged really like that.
She's supposed to be 19,
okay,
so she's a few years older. So that's not too bad. Are you watching Lucifer?
No, and I've told that I remember James saying that I should be watching it because
Lucifer is probably, I'm not even calling it a guilty pleasure. It's a good show.
You're psychic or something?
No, I can't read people's minds. I'm not a Jedi. What do you desire more than anything else in this life?
This is it? This is your big trick?
It's just a straight good show. And I know people have argued that it's not comic book, like ripped from the comic books, and they made a police procedural.
Well, it's just like Human Target. You know?
Yeah, but it's still a fun show to watch, and I think if you take out like the fact that it is based off the Vertigo comic book, you'll have fun with it.
Yeah, because I would see the comic and I would read, flip through some of it. And actually, it was, wasn't that bad. I mean, I'll, based off your recommendation, I'll have to go back and read some of the issues, or even, go back and watch the show.
Yeah, just go back, just marathon it. It's a marathon worthy show. I'm gonna jump into action figures real quick.
Truck tire. I can't stop.
And I picked up this week by selling a bunch of my stuff. The Sideshow Captain America. Sideshow does an amazing job with. Sideshow, whoever sculpts these figures does an amazing job. The sculpting's amazing. You get Chris Evans' face. You get a helmeted version. You get a Crossbones helmet for some reason. And then a stand suit. I mean, the suit's amazing. I think this is probably one of their. I love Sideshows, and I don't think any of them have really got anything less than like a 9 for me. They're all just like insanely good, and I'm having trouble putting them on a stand. Oh well. Alright, Jason, what's your side topic?
Well, my side topic, I'm going to go into action figures. Now, I picked up at Toys R Us, and this thing cost me like $79. It was a gold and black Dragon Zord.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, this thing here, it is great. It is like a big, just...
It's the Dragon Zord.
Yeah. I never had any Power Rangers toys, even though I was such a fan. And I can remember going to the store back in '93 when the show first came out, and it was being shown at 2:30 in the afternoon as opposed to 4 or 5 o'clock. So I would go, and you just see like all these kids and their mothers just fighting each other, to get these toys. And I'm like, wow, I can't get any. And like I would call around different toy stores. Oh, we're out. So now that I'm a grown adult and I got the money now, I saw it, and they also had a communicator. Well, you can actually have the communicator.
Want one of those.
Yeah, it's $50, I believe. So guys, get down to your local Toys R Us and get this. They had the Falcon Zord from the 3rd season in the movie.
I still have the Falcon Zord.
Really?
The original one, yeah.
And lucky you, because I was never able to get that either. And then they had the Thunder Zord, the Thunder Megazord. And the Thunder Megazord was about $150, and I was like, I want this Dragon Zord, this black and gold Dragon Zord, because I just had to get it, But it is worth the purchase, I think. I mean, because hey, it's, like you said earlier, it's a Dragon Zord. Now they do have a black and gold Megazord too.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and the thing is, I
would get that.
They had one left, and I was like, Megazord, Dragon Zord, Megazord, Dragon Zord. So I had to go with the Dragon Zord. I mean, come on.
I don't blame you. The Dragon Zord is awesome. I will say this. I'm really disappointed in the Voltron Netflix show was amazing. They're releasing the action figures, and I'm sorely disappointed.
Really?
Yes, they're plastic. They should be metal like the original ones.
Yes, I remember. Oh, I still have my old.
So do I.
Actually,
I have like the blue line in my bedroom. It was a cool line.
I remember my dad bought me the entire robot.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my sister, dude. I think she was playing with it, and like the blue line doesn't connect to it, and I'm like, she kind of like chipped, like the little connection. Yeah. Like, but you know what? I still have it. I still look at it and reminisce about all those days. But yeah, I mean. It seems that they're just making things with plastic these days and not die-cast like when we were kids.
I know. I know.
With die-cast, it's more expensive to manufacture.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Video games.
Mafia 3 came out this week, and let me tell you guys, regardless of whatever edition you picked up, whether it's the standard edition with just a game only, whether you got the $79 collector's edition or the $99 ultimate edition, whether you pre-ordered it, you will not be disappointed. And of course, Mafia 3, is after Mafia 2, picks up with Lincoln Clay, who is a black Vietnam veteran. He comes back home and he is betrayed by a group of mobsters. and it's a revenge tale, and it's a very, very deep story. Now, I picked the game up on Friday. I've been playing around with it a little bit. I have not finished it yet, and I'll let you guys know when I do. But the driving mechanics are very awesome. I mean, it's like Grand Theft Auto.
Ooh.
If 2K and Hangar 13 made their own version of a Grand Theft Auto game, this is what it would be. Because there's so many side quests. There's, people interacting with you. And, the thing is, the 60s, especially the late 60s, we're talking 1968, so it's, right after the Civil Rights Movement.
Right.
So, racial tensions are, really at an all-time high. And, when you pass somebody on the street, they can call you the N-word.
Right.
They get scared of you. Cops will, sit up there and hassle you for no apparent reason at all.
So is it 68 or 2016?
What's that?
Is it 1968 or 2016 that you're playing in?
You know what? That's good. That's a good one. But yeah, you know what? It is 1968 because the cars and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The soundtrack is on point. I mean, with Mafia 2, I've played both. I mean, the subsequent ones with the previous ones.
You're right.
And they were great. And this one, takes Mafia 2. I thought the Mafia 2 was the pinnacle of the series. This one is just tops. I mean, the driving mechanics, the shooting mechanics, the way the game looks, the way New Bordeaux looks. I mean, it is just awesome. It's a lot of hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
You can, go on the street and, if you rob somebody, if you kill a cop, there's a witness that's going to call the cops and, just like it, would be in real life.
That's awesome.
Depending on what area you're in.
Right.
But, yeah, and then, you got to evade the cops and then all of a sudden, when you go on a mission, I mean, it's, the cinematics are great.
Yeah.
I mean, whomever, came up with the script, whomever wrote the game, it is awesome. Do yourselves a favor. Pick this game up. Don't rent it. Buy it. Man, that's all I got to say.
Can you rent games anymore?
I think
Gamefly.
Redbox. Yeah,
Gamefly.
And there's I think Redbox is doing video game rentals too.
They are. That's right. Yeah, I've heard that Gamefly isn't worth it though.
No, it's not. I mean, look. Bypass all the Gamefly, all the Redbox shit. Pick this game up. You will not be disappointed. I love the game so far. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. We here at Bayou City Geeks. We give this game. It's a perfect game. It's going to compete with Deus Ex.
Really?
For Game of the Year. I
wow.
believe so.
You know what? And I bought it. I bought the second tier special edition of Uncharted 4. Got great reviews, and then no one. I still haven't played it yet. I'm still working through Deus Ex and Batman Arkham Knight. I'm still working my way through that. That's a long game.
Yeah, it is.
That is a long fucking game. But yeah, I want to try and get on Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 4 by year's end.
You won't be disappointed. Yes.
All right. So we've covered the gamut of everything. I don't think we've left anything out. If we did, we'll pick it up next week.
If we did, get with us on YouTube or email us at BayouCityGeeks@gmail.com.
There you go. This concludes our first inaugural episode. Next week we'll probably be at a different location other than my apartment, or maybe we'll still be here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But with that, I'm Bobby Behar.
I'm Jason Elliott.
See you in the funny papers.